Yo. It's me, dude, who hadn't streamed in like 2 weeks or something. I don't know, I can't remember. Still have to finish Lost Sphere, so gotta do a Kami too. I was distracted. Anyway, hi, it's me. I play video games. Let me actually, hold on. I wish it didn't pause when I untabbed, but there we go. How you doing, Pandosity? It was a dark time, I'm sorry. You are correct though. Before I actually start playing this, I don't actually know very much about it. I've played 2 hours? Yeah, 2 hours. One thing I have noticed in those 2 hours, I don't know about later in the game, you don't capture stuff so far? As opposed to the first game, where I'm pretty sure you had stuff captured like Pokemon style right at the start. Recently got into Bloodborne and it makes you feel trash. Well, you know. Tends to do that. There's a HD Dark Souls coming out at some point. I don't remember when it is though. May as well just start playing. I've already seen the first 2 hours, I don't need to pay that much attention anyway.
Once upon a time, there were two worlds. One was a world torn by endless war, where strong lands devoured weak, and peace was a distant dream. Eventually only a few great realms remained, glaring at each other across brittle borders.
As you do.
But then came a great king. One who would change this world forever.
Makes your Dark Souls skills feel useless. If you played anything that didn't rely on dodging or parrying, yes. But if you're a parry lord, I'm pretty sure you'll do fine in Dark Souls.
We'll be arriving shortly, Mr. President.
What in the world?
That ain't good. Hey Zev, how you doing? This is a good start to it, any RPG. How every RPG should start, to be honest. Nuclear explosions make everything better.
Chapter 1. The Fall of the House of Tildrum.
Whoa, I did notice when I was looking at the options that there's a control setting screen for skirmishes.
My lord, the preparations are complete.
Like there's some sort of RTS element or something, I don't know. You've beaten all the Souls games multiple times, but you've died endlessly to simplest things in this game. Dodge. Dodging is your friend. I mean, you have to dodge. This is a reasonable response so far. Hello, it's me.
What happened?
I'm Evan Petty Whisker Tildrum, King of Ding Dong Dell. Who are you?
Never mind who. The question is where? Huh?
Also, good old Ding Dong Dell.
Would you look at that?
One without animal ears, don't worry, that got fixed immediately.
Stay where you are. Wait!
I love his utter disregard for this person. I also like how he tries his cell phone immediately. I like how he has a cell phone. Considering where he came from, that makes perfect sense, but you know. How dare they not be furries? Hopefully my mic doesn't start picking that stuff up, but they're listening to the TV rather loud, so... This has to be a dream! That or I'm actually dead, I'm pretty sure is what he's thinking, but I don't remember. Somebody arrest this man. I'm just going to keep following him around in a suspicious manner, apparently.
Excuse me.
As is the case with a lot of RPGs, a lot of this is not voice acted, so... Am I dead?
What?
This is fair.
What the?
There's actually a few people in this castle that don't have ears. Well, animal ears. They have ears. You know what I mean.
Alright.
And again, I mentioned it before, but as opposed to the first game, you don't seem to capture monsters in like the 2 hours that I've played. The combat is way more on the characters, which is a little bit weird considering the game it came from. I assume we capture monsters eventually, but I don't know. 2 hours in with nothing captured seems like an awfully long time. I'm dropping frames. What happened there?
You will go no further. Guards, seize him.
My internet seemed to have a hiccup there. My apologies.
That noise! In there!
That'll teach me to get trigger happy. They're not here to protect you. Get back.
Also, yes. I'm still dropping... I'm dropping a lot of frames. Hold on. Why am I dropping frames? Question mark. That's not how that's supposed to work. Surely that's not my internet doing that. Mr. President, please. Why does the president have a pistol on him, actually? Isn't that the point of the bodyguards? We'll just have to see if it does it again. If it does it again, I might just have to switch Twitch servers, because I don't think that's my internet at that point. But it might be. Who knows? Anyway. This is an action combat-y game, so... Oi! These guys don't actually do anything, by the way. He says getting hit by one of them. He's badass, he doesn't need protection. Perhaps. To protect himself from said bodyguards, Windows is doing that thing again where it's showing the taskbar. I would like you to cease showing the taskbar. There we go. I hate when Windows does that, man. Let me know if I start dropping a lot of frames again, or it looks super pixely or anything like that. Just spam ravioli at me or something, I don't know.
Hey.
Can't you see it's a goo?
Oi!
Oi!
Sir!
Oi! But they all say that. What if you want to see my taskbar? You can't see my taskbar anyway. I'm pretty sure. At least you shouldn't be able to.
But...
Why is Mr. President a badass with a sword? Multiple questions about his prowess in combat. Considering in the cutscene at the start, the place he came from, he's like a 50-year-old maybe? 50-year-old man, because he's got graying hair.
This was a very clever strategy indeed, my lord.
My lord.
If only King Leonard had been less robust, he would have succumbed to the poison all the sooner, and our plot would have come to fruition all the more quickly.
I need to turn the music down a little bit.
What does it matter now? Did we
Is
not
it-
plan for just such stubbornness on his part?
Doesn't everyone in Japan take kendo in high school? I don't think that's what they do over there.
Yes, my lord. And once he is eliminated, the throne will be ours for the taking.
Yes, my lord.
It is time for Mousekind to assume its rightful place at last.
I don't know, he's an old school samurai master.
Lord Mousinger, the boy, he's escaped.
What?
What?
No matter. We will find him.
Hello,
soon
Sairi,
enough.
and Taco for that matter.
Or rather, the Black Knight will.
Voice acting in this game's pretty good so far. Like fencing, you wouldn't want to fight a real fight with your fencing skills unless it's a fight with rapiers.
No.
Rapiers, however the proper pronunciation of that word is.
Hey.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Still water runs deep. What?
All right.
When did I start playing Path of Radiance? Listen here. Look at his ears. I just want to point this out because, like, good job to the people that animated this game. He's scared. Look at his ears. Anyway, just wanted to point that out. I was gonna say something, but I've forgotten. My bitrate's all over the place. I think Twitch's server is actually, like, having a heart attack or something. Because I just watched it go from 4,000 to 7,000.
You're for it now.
Locking onto enemies is a thing I will do very rarely.
You. There they are.
These guards are really bad at their job, by the way. Like, you think they would be slightly more effective. The problem with any sort of swordplay intended to be safe is that it's intended to be safe. Oh yeah, I was gonna change the audio, which is, this menu system is kind of stupid. Lower those a little bit. Yeah, that should be fun. Anything that's intended to be safe teaches you certain things that would not be very useful in an actual situation where you're going to die. But, you know, it looks cool. And there are some things that it will teach you that can be used. The soldier's up ahead.
What is it?
Whoa. Oh, I remember this.
Yes!
Yes. We will meet Nella soon. I've never actually tried to fight these elite guards. I wonder if it even lets you. As it turns out, by the way, if you're curious, mice have extraordinarily poor eyesight. Like, hilariously poor eyesight. Like, watch this dude right here. You see this? You see that man? He's blind. Based on the latest reports, it would seem something that went far too quickly. Or this guy who's looking directly at me, you know. Worst. Look at this! How do you not see the child? My man, you're supposed to be. Get out of my way. Supposed to be a guard. I think this guy turns around. Yeah. Don't be mean to the guards. They're bad at their job, though. Must be my imagination. We did it, team. I think we're actually better than Solid Snake. Don't mice have actually really bad eyesight? Do they? They have tiny brains, so that probably doesn't help. They wear red tinted glasses. I've noticed that too. I assume that's just for style points. The map menu, you can press options, which is actually start, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, they renamed it options, that's right. Forgot the PS4, it's called options instead of start. And then the other one is the share button, which does nothing because I'm on PC. Blocking. Use the command wisely. It's a thing I forget exists a lot of the time because blocking is actually kind of bad. Oh yeah, I have no ammo, that's right. Hey dude. That's blocking, in case you're curious. According to a quick Google search, they do actually have bad eyesight. Well, there you go.
You!
The game is lore appropriate. Yeah. You can force the cinematic by just hitting the wizard, by the way.
Looks like the end of the road.
The game has realistic and accurate mice. Apparently so. I did not know, but hey.
Nella!
It's Nella.
Evan!
I don't know where her dagger went. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be in this cutscene, but it appears to not be there this time, but hey. Evasion is the thing I usually do instead of blocking. You do get animation locked in this game, which makes dodging rather difficult most of the time. So I'll end up taking damage like an idiot a lot.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nella. Roland helped me. Yay. Good job, Roland. Also, you might notice that this lady does not have animal ears. The design on those skeletons is pretty neat. The design on a lot of stuff in this game that I've seen so far is really good. But, you know, then it is... I'm pretty sure this is still in collab with Studio Ghibli, isn't it? Ghibli? Ghibli? How do you pronounce that?
What?
What? Worst girl, no animal ears?
No.
This thing was planned.
But...
The facial expressions aren't super good, but I do like what they do with eyes. The facial expressions are limited by the traditional RPG thing where that triggers expressions with dialogue changes and stuff, but the eyes are kinda cool. Looked away and you see fancy martial arts. How far behind is the stream? I did drop frames earlier, so probably fucked it up. And here's someone who isn't just a person with animal ears, it's just an animal. You know?
Yeah.
Could be Sword Art Online. I played one of the Sword Art Online games, and it was garbage, so... That's not a very high bar to be better than those games.
Oh my.
Oh my. So Ding Dong Dell, I believe,
Thanks.
was always primarily a cat place. Which is why the mice are rebelling, etc, etc. But I believe it was primarily a cat place. You can talk to her and she does like a tutorial thing, I don't care. Alternatively, you could go to here, there's your items, not using them. Everyone has exactly the same face with different hair. I don't know if the cat person had the same face. Or in fact that these three have the same face, but you know. I wish you hadn't rotated at me when I was trying to make a point. You do you. Hi, what's wrong with you? Now you're talking about SAO, okay. I didn't actually look at the faces that much in SAO. Game gives you a bit of a Persona 5 vibe. I still haven't played Persona 5. I eventually probably will at some point. I'd have to borrow it from a friend though. I share a few games with friends, mostly console stuff. But usually it's the digital version, so I don't need to actually get it. But they got the disc version of Persona. SMT main series is better. I know nothing about anything Persona or SMT related. Very little is known about him. It's rumored that he gained great power. That's her voice, by the way. If we face him, we will die. What's wrong with my suit?
Huh?
Look at me, being all stylish.
Say,
Important item acquired.
Oh!
what is it?
Persona's the series where people shoot themselves. As far as I'm aware, yes. Persona's psychology, SMT is philosophy. I'm big on the just fighting things thing.
Now.
Can I fight things in the thing? The problem I had, I played, what was it? 3? Either 3 or 4. It was a long time ago, so probably 3. Played a little bit of Persona 3, but like there's so much like just story that gets front loaded. I mean, there's probably story like all over it because it is a JRPG, but there was so much of it just like boring stuff front loaded in the game that I never actually got through to the rest of it. Do you have any other weapons? Conveniently, you get unlimited ammo when you have the arms band, so hooray.
Mm-hmm.
The arms band is just, we're just gonna skip through this, is just a story lore reason to have equipment, basically, in this game. So character parameters, physical attack, ranged attack, magic, physical defense, and magical defense, in that order. There's hours before you actually get into gameplay in 3 and 4. Yeah, I never made it past the start. I just didn't have any sort of real attachment to it, and it was so much of just story crap thrown at the start. I have that problem with a lot of RPG games, though. We're just gonna ignore this because we don't need to care about it. I'll explain it. Like, if a game has too much story front-loaded, I start to get rapidly tired of it. I can't do it. Anyway, what it was talking about is you can swap weapons, like that. And it has a percentage bar, which is called Zing. You fill that up and it empowers your special attacks. But weapons have different elemental properties